Welcome back to K24 Alpha Jury. It's now a time to talk and be candid about certain things in the society that sometimes we just don't want to say. As we promised you earlier, today we're going to be talking about, the things that men are afraid to tell their women. Just what goes on in a man's mind. And I have two incredible gentlemen here. Robert Burale will be joining us much later, but maybe the two of you can kindly just introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us what you do.
Pleasure. My name is James Kituzi.
Yes.
I'm the founder of Badilika Youth Initiative.
Yes.
I'm a life coach.
Yes.
And also a motivational speaker.
Okay.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Yes.
And my name is Samuel Mwangi. I am the MD Mobiquick Limited.
Okay.
We recruit staffs and train them and place them.
Yes.
We also offer super agency services.
Yes.
If you want to sell, buy, we are the people.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And today I want you guys to put your CEO hats aside,
Yes.
because we want to get very candid about this particular topic, because apparently there are so many things that men are afraid of telling their women.
That's true.
Kituzi, do you agree with that?
That's very true.
And why so?
First of all, I think it's because of the way men are wired.
Okay.
Men are not talkers per se, as opposed to women.
Yeah.
So men tend not to open up a lot about stuff about themselves. It could be as trivial as what team they support, especially if it was defeated in the recently concluded World Cup, and as deep as their financial status or how much they earn. Yes. So I believe basically it's because of how we are wired as men.
Okay.
We are not talkers.
All right.
We are more of doers.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Samuel?
Yeah, I think personally, this is a very interesting topic because sometimes, they say that truth hurts. And there are some truths that probably if you tell our women, they will get hurt. So it is better you just keep them instead of hurting the person that you love.
Okay.
So I believe that some things that we don't say is because there's no ill intention.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to, not to hurt that we love so much.
Okay.
Yet they are truths.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. But what are some of these things that you will be scared to tell your woman? This is your soulmate.
All right. Number one, I think something that will change your esteem. Something that will maybe change the way you see yourself as a woman. For example, if I come and tell you, babes, your weight is too much, that will hurt you, even if it is the truth. I better maybe probably look for ways of saying it or maybe countering that instead of telling you right on your face that you have added a lot of weight. So it is a truth, but you see now, the way you say it, if you dare say it, it will bring more troubles than good.
Okay,
Yeah.
but if you're dating and you tell me, if we are dating and you tell me that I have added some weight, why will I take that in a wrong way? And why should you be scared of telling me, if you really do care about me?
No, actually, it's not about telling you. It's about the reaction. The reaction.
That the way I'm going to react after you tell me.
Yeah. Will it affect you? If it will affect you, then I better even maybe come up with classes. Yeah, and maybe take you to the gym, maybe in a different way than telling you that you are having, you have added a lot of weight. Okay. So I better do it. So sometimes you just keep quiet and maybe get another way to maneuver and solve the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kizito, what are some of the things that you'll be scared to tell a woman?
I look at it in two ways.
Yes.
First, there are things that a man would fear to tell a woman about himself. And then there are things, as Samuel is saying, that a man would fear to tell a woman about the woman, especially if he's in love with the woman. So it could be what Samuel has said, maybe their weight gain or their physique, so to speak. It could be something about maybe their character, something you really don't like about their character. And you'd find that you'd rather use another different way, a softer way of expressing it than just being direct and blunt at them, because you fear hurting them. And as Samuel has said, women are very emotional, so sometimes they're very erratic in their reactions to what men say, and so sometimes men are at a loss on how to approach an issue that they feel they need to communicate to the woman about. Some things might be deep, especially about men. Most men don't talk about, let's say, probably their previous sexual encounters. That's not a topic that a man would be free to talk about. That come, babe, see. If you ask a man, how many women have you had before me? I don't think a man would be ready to answer that question directly.
Okay. But you think women will be ready to answer that question directly?
Some women would.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because they are talkers generally.
Okay.
So some women, I think, would be ready to talk about that.
Okay.
Although not all.
Yes. No, it's because I've heard people say that if a woman or if a man says, I have dated 2 men, multiply that by 4. Is that you're kind of thinking as a man? Samuel?
I think, yeah, sometimes it is very hard to bring that out, maybe tell the truth, the ultimate truth. So that's why the perception of multiplied by 4, just to prepare your heart that you are not the first. Maybe you are not the second or something. So if you maybe multiply by 4, you tend to prepare yourself that this person, there are people who saw him or her before you. But what I want to say is that if the character probably, if what happened in the past is affecting the current relationship, that is when probably trying to bring it now. For example, if you always talk about your ex as a woman, that the guy that I met, we used to work together, is strong. As men, we might not be, able to tell you that kindly please stop talking about your former relationship. Now you are with some, and that is it.
Okay.
So it hurts you as a man. But trying to bring it...
But talking about him in what context, though? Is it just like generally don't talk about your ex? Or
I would say generally, don't talk about your ex. Yeah, that's a no-go zone. If I would start maybe, praising my former girlfriend, and saying how she used to cook good food, how she used to take good care of me. Yeah. And now I'm not with them. How would maybe my
how would I feel?
How would you feel
as a woman? Yes.
Yeah. How would you feel?
Yes.
So sometimes or maybe an attachment that used to be there. It could be gifts. It could be some things that are physical in the current relationship. I think as men, we might have no guts to say it. Because probably you say maybe, you get hurt. But I think it's a no-go zone. Men will not maybe bring it out the way it should be. Yeah, but
okay.
hurt.
I like where this is going. Women, let's not talk about our exes. Just don't talk about it or the gift that he bought you. Okay.
Men are very egoistic. So immediately you talk about, say, your ex. A man feels like you are comparing him to your ex, and that hurts his ego. Okay. And therefore, he might not be forthcoming with it, or he might be mad at you for bringing it up, but again, he might also not say anything or react negatively. But I feel, as Sam is saying, it's a no-go zone. There is no need to talk about your exes, unless, of course, that is affecting your current relationship, unless your ex is trying to be part of your current relationship, then it's a topic that you should bring it up and talk about it. Okay. Yes.
All right. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. And I'd like to ask and pose this question to you back at home. The question is, what are some of the things men are afraid to tell in a relationship? What are some of the things that men are afraid to tell in a relationship? Please just share your views with us on our social media platforms. Our Facebook page is K24TV. Instagram and Twitter is at K24TV. And you can actually just call in live and tell us, what are some of the things that men are afraid to tell their girlfriends or their wives? And even as we talk about courtship, there's this particular trend that is very common, especially, in our generation. misleading each other. You know for sure, you start talking to this lady, you know for sure this is not heading anywhere. But then again, you are afraid of telling the lady, no, I don't think this can be anything. It can amount to anything. Why do men do that?
I think it depends on the, the strength of the relationship.
Yeah.
There's a relationship that you can start, and definitely you see that this is heading us somewhere.
Yeah.
And also, in courtship, it's a journey whereby you learn each other. You learn the character. You know whether this person fits to be, a lifetime. You can commit them to them or not. So sometimes it gets to a point whereby you see that there's no future in it.
Okay.
But there's a very strong attachment.
Yeah.
So you cannot just bring it down, just like that.
Okay.
So sometimes the man knows, or even the woman, they know that this is not going anywhere. But now instead of just disconnecting themselves, suddenly you start now taking me probably a process now, reversing there. And that you see now, I will start avoiding you not as much as I used to see you. So I will stop talking to you, most often. But most men probably they don't want to. As we started by saying, women are weaker vessels. Even the book, the Holy Book says that. So we try to safeguard the hearts, because when women love, I don't know how sure that is. They love with their whole hearts.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. So now trying to disconnect that just like that, it might hurt the woman more than it can hurt the man.
Okay.
So we go slowly.
All right.
But it is because probably we cannot match. We cannot match. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But Kizito, what really does hurt more? Is it that you have dragged me for quite a long time, maybe 1 year, 2 years, and then just I wake up one morning and I see you getting married?
I think, first of all, courtship per se is a journey. And in this journey, everybody is trying to put their best foot forward. So from the beginning, things will be okay. You're calling each other oftenly, you are texting each other. And with time, I think if the relationship is going nowhere, I don't think there's an easier breakup. There's never an easy way to break up. And so that's why sometimes you'll find people, and I think this goes both ways for men and women, who will tend to drag and just let nature take its course, or let the relationship die a natural death, so to speak, as opposed to breaking the other person's heart and being blunt and just telling them, I'm not feeling this anymore. That's what I think.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you'd be scared to break the person's heart.
That's true.
Wow, interesting. Okay, Samuel, you have said that number one is maybe issues to do with your weight. Like if you think that she's added weight and, you can be a bit skeptical to tell her up front that I think, babe, you should cut down. Yeah? And then now we have spoken about, courtship. Yeah. Whether you're seeing a future in this or not. So you do not want to break this woman's heart. You wouldn't tell her just yet. Okay, so what is the third thing? Because I really want now to listen to you today. And this is all about you, man. So I really want to listen to you and some of the things that you will be afraid to tell a woman. Yes.
The other thing is that, we are living in a society whereby men are supposed to act in a sober, mature way. Yeah. Yeah. This is what the society expects from men. For example, when men are undergoing, through difficult times, the society still expects them to remain calm, the social beings that they are, and maybe the responsible people they are. But men still want their space. Men deserve their space. They deserve to, a time for themselves. But now, when I come to the house and I'm just quiet, I don't want to talk to anybody, I have this thing that is maybe troubling me, then the thoughts that now start coming in is that I'm trying to avoid people, I don't want to speak to people. So men want their time, but it is very hard for a man to tell you now, kindly, I need my time alone. I need, it is some and some now, yeah, nobody But no, it is always, there's always a misconception.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
But I'm really just trying to understand you. Like, women are very candid about, I want my space.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to go out, with the girls today and, just me and the girls.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to understand why a man will not be comfortable or will be afraid to tell the lady that I need my space today.
Yeah, you see now, I'm talking about the expectations. The environment can shape your character. Men are expected to behave in a certain way. They're supposed to put their face, straight, even when things are boiling. So if I come and I say now, please, I'm going to the bedroom, kindly, nobody should enter. The kids should just stay away. Now the wife will start now thinking, what is it? Yeah, are you trying to avoid us? What's the problem? Have I wronged you? They even start thinking that they are the causes.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know where that takes you. So sometimes you just you're just afraid to say, probably, or you just pretend. That's why men are dying earlier than women. Yeah, they even going forward to even commit suicide.
Yes.
Because the society has kind of, blocked all the chances for them to pour out their hearts. So instead of now going and saying that, please, I need my space, and that will be maybe taken now and start now
out of context,
out of context, completely.
Yes. Yes.
I better just keep quiet and allow you just bring the manenos, and then I'll not be listening. My mind will be somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see now, that's another thing.
So that explains why men walk out of the house when there's an argument going on. You just decide, let me just
my space.
Okay, fantastic. Kizito.
Kituzi,
sorry.
There's this myth that men don't cry, and that's a societal expectation, as some is saying. So there are those societal norms that the society has bestowed on the man, that a man normally would act like this, be strong, be the protector. So you'll find even in cases of bereavement, maybe a man has lost a loved one, a relative, or even a child, he's still expected to be the strong one in the relationship, and therefore he might not openly discuss his emotions, even with a woman, especially if she's already broken. So you feel that if I'm to talk about this and cry about this and she's crying about it, then I'm not helping the situation. And there's this tendency that you have to be the macho guy. You have to be the savior and the protector. And so you are strong for her and strong for those you love.
Yeah.
At the same time, you don't want to look weak, because a man is meant to be strong, the lion of the home. So you'll find cases, things like a man losing a job, and you've heard these stories, where a man loses a job, and every morning he still wakes up like he's going to work, as he's going to tarmac.
And so he wears suits and goes to
Yes, wears a nice suit, goes to town.
Moi Avenue and just, those 2 mini meetings. Okay.
Yes.
Very interesting perspective, and I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions to ask and your input. As of now, we have a caller online. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning to you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, Steve. Do you have a comment or a question?
Yes, I have a comment.
Yes, talk to us.
I think why men tend not to want to talk.
Yeah.
That time when they are quoting, when Kiswahili wanakatiana still, they tend to lie so much.
Okay.
So later they appear to open up on the things that they get silent on. Yeah, and that's what makes them not talk.
Okay.
Yeah, because they don't want to affect their current relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, tending to think that some of the things are better kept unsaid.
Okay, because they do not want to affect their current relationship. Thank you very much, Steve, for that. Well, very, very interesting perspective. And you know what? Let's just take a short commercial break. And then when we come back, we will be talking more about this. And you guys can actually call in live and give us your views. Ladies, what is your opinion on this? Do you think Samuel and Kituzi are actually being honest about these particular issues? Please just be sure to tweet us at K24TV or leave just a comment on our Facebook page, which is K24TV. But before the commercial break, let's have a look at your roads. Shiro is on the other side, ready to give us an update. Shiro.
It is 7 minutes to 8, which means that we are right in the middle of rush hour. Let's take a look at Mombasa Road, which an hour ago we heard was completely impassable. And you can see nothing much has changed. Traffic stretching back all the way from Eka Hotel into the Nyayo Stadium roundabout. And of course, as you can see, a lot of people are trying to escape Mombasa Road by using Kapiti Road into South B. I would not advise that. You'll just get stuck for nothing. So the inside of industrial area, Mariakani Road past and Mukenya Road past the Mata Hospital is really quite busy as we head up towards Lusaka Road as well. Very busy indeed. Again, a lot of people trying to escape through South Sea heading towards the Langata Road. That is not looking good either. Both Mohoho Avenue and Maimahi Road are very backed up at the moment. Langata Road is very busy as well, stretching all the way to St. Mary's until T-Mall area. Magathi Way very busy as well, all the way from the T-Mall roundabout up until the City Mortuary area. Ngong Road, same story, quite busy heading into the City Mortuary area. Now, let's look at Westlands for a second, see what that situation looks like. And as you can see, traffic is stretching all the way past Nairobi School, actually all the way from Deloitte into the Westlands area, as you can see there. Finally, let's go on to Thika Road, see what that situation looks like. And again, traffic starting all the way from Survey, heading down into the Muthaiga area. Again, Muthaiga Road quite busy, heading into Thika Road. Kiambu Road very, very busy indeed. Traffic starting all the way from Rock City down into Thika Road, but Limuru Road looks okay, heading down from the Muthaiga Mini Market area down into the Aga Khan area there. Let's take a look at a couple of your tweets really quickly. Someone says this was maybe 20 minutes ago. Valley Road is moving quite smoothly at the moment. And finally, let's take this tweet right there. Mombasa Road traffic has actually, I don't know if we can scroll up so you can actually see that picture, but apparently Mombasa Road traffic has already started to build up at the Tulip stage. I don't know if we can scroll up. We see what that situation looks like rather than looking up at the sky. I guess that's not happening. All right, that is your traffic situation right here at 5 minutes to 8 o'clock. On the side of the break, the conversation continues. Don't go anywhere.